Hey guys, hope you're all good. So today we're going to be discussing I am affirmations with a scientific lens on it, right? So cool. So the first benefit of I am affirmations, right, is that it gives you access to cognitive resources that you will not have when you're going through a threatening situation. So for example, imagine that you had rent to pay, right? And you'll be worrying about how am I going to pay the landlord? Am I going to be homeless? And the part of the brain, which could be the amygdala, which is associated with anxiety and whatnot, will be controlling your perspective of the situation. But if you have I am affirmations, it will give you access to other parts of your brain that will help you think about possibilities to pay out your rent. So if you start saying, I'm so thankful and grateful and blessed that my rent is paid out, you activate positive parts of your brain and you shut down negative parts of your brain. So that's the first reason why I am affirmations are important. Also, just to add on to that, it will distance you from the actual threat that you're facing, right? Haber and colleagues did a study where they put a tarantula spider in front of participants, right? And the people who did I am affirmations over-exaggerated the distance between them and the spider, right? The people who didn't do I am affirmations perceived the spider to be closer than it actually was. So you imagine the spider representing a threat. So you can think of this as I am affirmations creates a gap between you and the threat, which allows you to think about the situation more accurately. Okay, cool. Reason number 2 you should be doing I am affirmations, right? I am affirmations are buffer to you and threat. So there's a study done on college students where they made certain college students do affirmations during midterm exams, which is a stressful time for students. And they studied groups of students who didn't do I am affirmations. And they discovered that students who did affirmations had less epinephrine, I think that's how you pronounce it, in their body. And that chemical is associated with the flight-fight response, right? So students who did I am affirmations had less of that stress chemical within their body during midterm exams compared to students who didn't do it, right? So that just goes to show that it's a buffer in threatening situations for you to say, I am so thankful and grateful and blessed that I've excelled in this exam. I mean, I did that with my master's dissertation. I had I am affirmation. I said every day that I'm so thankful and grateful that I got this distinction for my master's, right? And that really helped me frame throughout writing a thesis, which was a stressful time. Akin to this, Casio published a study where they showed brain images of people who do I am affirmations. And people who do affirmations activate the part of their brain that's associated with positive rewards, like the part of the brain that'll be active when you're eating a snack. And that's important to know that, you can garner up some positivity in any situations if you actually say I am affirmations out loud. The third reason why I am affirmations are important, and to me this is the most important reason, is because it allows you to speak things into existence. It allows you to command the universe and to actually physically create something. There's an ancient text by the Hermedes that had universal laws, and one of those laws are the law of correspondence that says, as within, so without, right? So if you have an I am affirmation, it changes your internal world, and that will be reflected into physical reality. I'm so thankful and grateful that I'm in good health. I'm so thankful and grateful now that you get what I mean. I can't think of examples right now. But yeah, for me, that's the most important reality, that you command, the world rearranges itself according to the goals that you set. You command the physical sphere based on what you say. And a lot of religious texts echo the exact same sentiment. Okay, so the last part of this video, right, I just wanted to show you how they create self-affirmations in the laboratories and then how I do it, right? So I'm going to read it out loud because I have it here. So in the laboratories, right, they make individuals list a number of values which are important to the participants, right? And they choose those values that they chose. They spend 10 minutes writing about those values narratively, because we think narratively, and how they can embody those values, right? And they identify with those values with each and every aspect of themselves So you can make good common values come to mind when threat comes. So they use those values and those narratives whenever they're in situations of threat that they've already identified with. So they normally test this out and they make them do it before a stressful event. But you can do this like 5 minutes every single day. I, on the other hand, use I am affirmations. This is how I write my affirmations. I say, I'm so thankful and grateful now that, and I speak it in present tense. Then I write exactly what I want, and I repeat that sentence multiple times, like every single day, and it's absolute cheat code. I'm in eternal gratitude for your attention. Blessings.